Hey everybody, Lucas from Lucascrazynerd here, and we are back in my room. I haven't done a video in here in a while, and look at the red wall. Welcome back to Music Mondays, where we post music-related videos every Monday, whether it's covering a song, reviewing an album or a track, or making lists like this. Today I'm going to be listing my top 15 favorite songs by Post Malone. Post Malone is a pop alternative artist, very popular nowadays. Just recently, I started getting into Mr. Malone more, and I understand why people like him. I understand why he's popular. He has some good stuff, and I'd like to share with you what I think is his best work. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before this video starts, I would like to say that Thursday, I am planning on doing a Q&A video. Pause the video right now and comment below a question. It doesn't have to be music related. Just comment a question, please. Alright, so let's jump into this list. Starting at number 15, we have the song Paranoid off the Beer Bongs and Bentley's album. This song took me a while to get into, but I think I finally came around to it after a couple listens. Beer Bongs and Bentley's was a huge game changer for Post Malone. I mean, I'd say it boosted his career a lot. And personally, I'd say it's the worst album by Post Malone. It's not necessarily bad. I think it is the weakest lyrically and musically. Paranoid, what makes this song more listenable to me is it's relatable, and I find the chorus catchy. Lyrically though, not great. Paranoid man makes paranoid plans, kind of basic rhymes, but it still made the top 15 list. It's not a horrible song, and I appreciate it. Moving on to number 14, we have the song Up There from the Stoney album. I was mowing the lawn when I was listening to this album. I was just vibing to this song. I feel like this song stood out just because of how unique it was, especially comparing it to the other songs off the Stoney album. When you get to the last few tracks on the Stoney album, songs become more unique and different from everything else that you're hearing on the album. I just really like the vibe to this song. I'm feeling chill, which is what a lot of Post Malone songs do for me, and probably for a lot of people as well. It's a different sounding song that caught me off guard, really stuck out to me on this album. Up next, we have the song Take What You Want off of Hollywood's Bleeding, which is Post Malone's latest album, and also, I think it's fair to say his best work, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, Take What You Want featuring Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott. I really like this song because of the deeper beat to it. It has a deeper, darker feeling to it, and I think Post Malone is really good at putting emotion into his songs as well as his voice when singing. Not gonna lie to you, I wasn't really sold on it the first time I heard it. I guess it just grew on me, and yeah, it's number 13. Time for number 12. From the Stoney album, we are going with the song No Option, which surprisingly made this list. Mostly because lyrically, it's not that great. I've never been a fan about songs that kind of just brag about what they got. You know, I pull up in the whip and it's a nice car. Look at all the chicks I have. It's a weird topic to write about. I get that they're going to be hype songs like that people are going to listen to and party to, but just to listen to on headphones, it's not something I normally would listen to. What wins me over is I think it's catchy, and yeah, honestly. Number 11 is the song I Fall Apart from the Stoney album. The vocals are really good on this song. Lyrically, one of the best pieces by Post. I mean, I feel like Post Malone has a talent when it comes to writing deeper meaning songs. Maybe it's a heartbreak or just something other than flexing what you got and what you've accomplished. Probably why I'm not the biggest fan of the Beer Bongs and Bentley's album, because I feel like that's the majority of the album there. Like I said earlier, Post is able to express his emotion when he sings in a song. He's not just singing these lyrics that he writes. You can feel that he seems to actually be hurting in this song, or you can feel the emotion behind it, where a lot of artists nowadays kind of just write sad lyrics and kind of just say them, I guess. Post Malone has a talent for that. I hope he uses that talent more often in the future. It makes his songs more relatable. hits you in the chest, man. Number 10, we're gonna go with the song Rockstar, which some can argue that is probably very overplayed at this point. That can't distract us from appreciating how good the song is. I mean, you liked it when it first came out, and it's just overplayed. To me, it's not very overplayed because I didn't really get into it when it first came out, but now taking the time away from it after it's been publicly murdered, I can appreciate it more. And it's just a chilling song that just puts me like more in a vibe. It just puts me in this space that I can just chill to it. The production on Beer Bongs and Bentleys is really good. I'll give it that. Number 9, we go back to the Stoney album, and I am going to put the song Leave. Lyrically, especially comparing it to other Post Malone songs, it's one of his best. It has a catchy melody to it. I think it has a nice flow to it. It instantly became one of my favorites when I was listening to the album. It was another song that stuck out to me. I have a good time listening to it. Moving on to song number 8, we have the song Hollywood's Bleeding, which is the title track of his latest album, and again, in my opinion, his best album. Hollywood's Bleeding, man, I mean, I think it was a great way to open up the album. I think it was a smart choice to put this at the top. You start off kind of slow and gloomy. I think what really makes me like this song is not only just the production quality and the lyrics. The second verse gets to me once that beat drops and he starts singing, rapping, kinda. I don't really know what you'd call it, but yeah, to me, that's the best part of the song. So yeah, let's go on to song number 7. Maybe this will disappoint you, but it's the last song on this list that is from the Beer Bongs and Bentleys album. I'm gonna go with the song Stay. I love the production quality on this. I love the vocals. I love the guitar. It's more acoustic, but also we throw in that pop aspect to it that adds vocal effects on Mr. Malone's voice. It just makes the song great. The chorus is really catchy. Lyrically, I think it's his best work off the Beer Bongs and Bentleys album. All right, number 6. People are probably gonna complain and be like, "Yo, Lucas, what? The number 6? You're so basic." But it's the song Sunflower. Obviously, the song was overplayed, I guess. I don't know. That's what everyone says. To me personally, when I went and saw Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse, I was focusing on, yo, this is an awesome Spider-Man movie. I wasn't listening to the soundtrack or the music behind it. What? Sunflower, I think, was a great track that came off the soundtrack, and Post also put it into his Hollywood's Bleeding album. And yeah, I think Sway Lee takes it away in this song, doing a better job than Post Malone, in my opinion, on the track. I don't know who Sway Lee really is. I think they did great together, but I think if it wasn't for Sway Lee on this song, it might not have been on my top 15. Don't even really know who Sway Lee is. I think this is the only song I know by him. I don't know. All I'm saying is that, yes, you may say this song is overplayed, but it is not overplayed to me because I didn't get into it until after the hype, I guess, which is sometimes a good thing to do when a song like Circles comes out and you know it's going to be overplayed. Maybe just listen to it a few times, but don't get too much into it, and then after the hype, kind of come back to it, and you'll find yourself appreciating the song a lot more. Number 5 almost made the number 1 spot on this video. After further review and a couple more days thinking, it landed back on number 5. The song is, I didn't even say the song, Goodbyes, featuring Young Thug. Again, Post Malone is good at writing emotional lyrics and then making them come across emotional with his voice. When I listen to the song, I can feel for him, whether he's just writing the song for popularity or it actually means something to him, if it's actually personal, or maybe it's just a random heartbreak song they just felt like writing. I think it's a pretty solid track. Young Thug on this track I could do without. I don't think he does much for it. He kind of takes the track in a whole new direction that makes it worse, I guess. The song was flowing pretty well. Young Thug came on and kind of just turned it into a choppy, weird rap song that wasn't that great. I don't think it's horrible, but he didn't do much for me, and I think that's probably one of the reasons I bumped this back to number 5 is it kind of toasted the song. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the song that is very popular right now. I'm hearing it everywhere, so it's gonna start getting very old, and to you, maybe it already has, but it's the song Circles. And the reason being is I feel nostalgic when listening to this song. It kind of like reminds me of the fall, all the way to late fall, early December. I always appreciate songs that give me that feeling, fall being my favorite season, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, through the whole song, I just kind of have this whole nostalgic feeling. It deserves to be one of Post Malone's biggest songs. The second verse comes in unexpectedly, changing the melody than what the first verse was, and just making the whole song even better. All right, before we jump into the top 3, I'd like to do a list of honorable mentions, which is what I did when I made the top 15 best songs by Green Day video. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the honorable mentions because there's not too many, but so yeah, here we go. This is in no specific order. I have the song Ball for Me, not the kind of song that I'd expect would spike my interest, but it did. It's just a very jumpy, hype pop song that I can see it being played in a basketball stadium as the basketball team comes running onto the court. The problem I had with this track was, yeah, lyrically it wasn't the best, but putting that aside, I feel like there was like this catchy song, and then it was like, you know, how can we throw this song in the dirt? I know, let's get Nicki Minaj to jump on the track. Yeah. Not really that big of a fan of Nicki Minaj, but I am going to not completely discredit her. I do think she does have a talent at rapping and rhyming, at rapping fast especially. You can see why she's on this track. I mean, you have a song called Ball for Me. That already sounds like Nicki Minaj needs to be on that track. Another song that almost made this list was 1,000 Bad Times. This song didn't really stick out much, but I do give credit to it for being catchy, and Post seems a lot more optimistic. The next song in the honorable mentions is a song Better Now from Beer Bongs and Bentley. A song that I just really did not like when it first came out. I could not stand it. Every time I played on the radio, I was like, oh my gosh. And part of me is still kind of like that with this song. I'm very iffy with it. Lyrically, it's kind of trash. Basic rhymes, very mainstream melody. The chorus, honestly, to me, isn't even really that catchy. Again, with the basic rhymes, you think you're better now. You say that because I'm not around. Didn't mean to let you down. I mean, a 4-year-old probably could have come up with those lines. Maybe that's a little exaggerated, but I think you get the point. To this day, when I listen to it, sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. I guess it's better than my past opinion on it, which was basically not liking it at all. I've come around to it a little bit by looking more in depth to kind of ignoring the crappy chorus that he gave us and looking more at the production quality and the vocal effects. All right, one more song on honorable mentions, and that is Broken Whiskey Glass, which is the opening track you get to the album Stony. Another great song to opening the album. I kind of figured it wouldn't make the list, but I kind of assumed its positioning in the honorable mention. All right, now that we are done with the honorable mentions, let's get into the top 3. I understand why Circles was a hit and that it's a really great song, but man, this song I'm about to say, which I haven't said yet for whatever reason. Maybe I'm just trying to get some watch time. The song is Allergic. Most underrated song off of Hollywood's Bleeding. Easily could have been the hit off this album instead of Circles. This song is literally catchy from beginning to end. Lyrics are great. It's heartfelt. I love this song. Production quality, again, bravo, Mr. Malone. Song number 2 is the song Feeling Whitney. I can understand why this song didn't blow up. People really like more hype and optimistic songs, and this song is just, it's not that. I think we should give a lot of credit to this song for being what it is, a sadder acoustic song, obviously with pop thrown into it, but not as much pop. It's an acoustic song that is just so much more raw. This song proves, after listening through the full Stony album for the first time, it's the last track. It proves Post Malone can sing and he has a nice voice. This is the best Post Malone song, lyrically speaking. I think he did great at just getting into his emotions again. I think he's really good at that, and that's what I want to see more of. All right, moving on to song number 1. My personal favorite song by Post Malone, obviously you don't have to agree with me because this is just my opinion, is the song Staring at the Sun featuring SZA? S-Z-A? I don't really know how you pronounce that. But just like I said before with some other songs earlier on this list, I'd say, you know, the song is catchy from beginning to end, and yeah, the feature on it, I still don't know how to pronounce that artist's name. SZA. This is another Sway Lee kind of thing. She does a better job on this track than Post Malone does. She's good with the harmonies. I love her voice on this track. The production, the vocal effects. Yeah, I don't know this artist, but I would definitely go check out more of her stuff just after listening to this song, because she did a great job on this track. I think they did great together. Maybe they should collab in the future again. I just really like this song. It's just upbeat and just kind of a fun tune. So yeah, that's my number 1. All right, so yeah, that is the list and that is the video, I'd say. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to comment below some questions for my Q&A video that I'm doing on Thursday. I post twice a week on this channel, so if you're not subscribed and you found this video interesting, make sure you subscribe or check out my other videos and just see what you like. You know, Mondays are Music Mondays. I post videos like this, as I said in the beginning, covers, some of my own music, so you can follow me on Spotify, link in description. You can find me everywhere under the name Lucascrazynerd. Thursdays are vlog skits, just anything comedy-based, I'd say. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. That's it. I'll see you on Thursday.